Hey everybody, so if you have been watching my videos for any length of time now, you are probably well aware that we are in a very strong seller's market down here in South Florida at least, and I know that that is resonating across the country as well. So if you do own a home and you've been thinking about selling, you think that now might be the time to get a very good price for your home, the first thing you're going to need to do is figure out how much to list it for. So we're going to cover that in today's video, how to find out where you need to price your home to get it set up for the best win possible to sell your home for the most money in the fastest time with the least amount of stress possible. Let's get into it now. All right, so the first thing that you're going to want to do is, if you are down here in South Florida, make sure that you give me a call so that we can talk and see what the best options are going to be for you as far as getting your house listed at the right price. You're going to want to do a CMA first. That's going to be a comparative market analysis. You're going to be looking at homes in your neighborhood that have sold recently. Ideally, go back 3 months, no more than that at first. If you can find a good number of homes, I usually try to use 3 to 5 homes to get my list so I can get a pretty good idea of what the average sales price is. If you can't find a couple of homes back 3 months, go back another 3 months so that you're looking at homes that have sold within the last 6 months, and so on and so on. Now you want to find homes that are as close to yours as possible with all the features. So if you have a one-story home, you don't want to look at two-story homes for comparables if you do have a good selection of one-story homes. Also, square footage, you want to try to stay as close as possible with that. Pools, the number of garage spaces, etc., etc. Now, the other thing that you want to do to compare is homes that are for sale on the market right now. So you might be thinking of selling your home for $350,000, but you have 3 other homes on the market close by, and they're all asking around $320,000, $330,000. You might want to reconsider pricing that high unless your home is considerably nicer. They might not be updated whereas yours is. So those are all factors that you have to weigh in and discuss with your agent. The other thing is you want to look at how long those homes have been on the market for as well. They might be asking $350,000 where you were thinking about listing your home for, but you see that they've been on the market for 5 months now. We're in a strong seller's market. If they've been on the market for 5 months, that's a pretty good indicator that they're overpriced. So keep those all in mind. All right, the second thing to consider, and this kind of goes hand in hand with the CMA, but instead of looking at homes that have sold and homes that are on the market, you also want to look at homes that have not sold in the past. Your neighbors that may have tried to sell their home and the listing expired. See what was wrong with it that made the home expire and the listing never sold. What was their price at? If you're trying to sell for $350,000, they might have had it at $375,000 and it was just way overpriced and they didn't come to terms with the reality with what prices are going for. They may have had other situations going on. They may not have been allowing the home to be shown as often, or the home may have just been in really bad shape. So you might want to say, they should have repaired some things, so maybe I need to make some repairs too. So in addition to your homes that are for sale right now, homes that have sold, also consider homes that tried to sell but never did. All right, the last thing for you to consider today about getting your home priced right off the get-go when you're going to be listing your home is considering online search parameters for buyers when they're looking at homes, so to make sure that you price your home accordingly so it works within that. Now, what I mean by this is when a buyer is searching online for homes, they're typically going to be searching within a pretty basic set of numbers. For example, $300,000 to $350,000. 400,000 to 500,000, those big even blocks. So if you're thinking about listing your home at 305,000, you want to consider that you're going to be missing a lot of buyers that are searching in that 250 to 300 range by $5,000 just because you wanted to price it a little bit higher. Same goes the opposite direction. If you try to list your home for $399, $999, and I see that a lot, you're missing the buyers by just $1 or $1,000 when they're searching 400,000 to 450. Every time I have a listing, I always bring this up to the seller and I always recommend doing it. Sometimes they're on board, sometimes they're not, but I can think of one specific example where I did suggest this, and instead of us listing it at 305, we did list it at 300,000, and we ended up getting multiple offers within days on market for over the asking price. So I do know from firsthand experience that this does really work. So really consider this when you're going to price your home. All right, there's our 3 things today to consider when getting your home listed on the market. How to sell it right from the very beginning so that you get your home sold as quick as possible for the most amount of money with the least amount of stress. If you have any other questions about getting your home sold, please give me a call, text, email, and I will be more than happy to go over anything with you guys. Also, please make sure you check out the YouTube page that I have. All of my video content is there in one easy to find place. Like and subscribe, and I'm extremely appreciative for all of you guys supporting me. As always, Nick here with First Partners Realty. Have a great weekend.